Hi, I'm Mo, and I did not throw turkeys from those helicopters.
And I'm TJ, and my Thanksgiving Day coup was a complete failure, and now I'm not welcome at my aunt's house for Christmas.
Damn. That
Yeah.
sucks. Anyway, and this is...
It's still new to us, damn it!
Welcome to It's Still Not Us, Damn It. I'm Mo, he's TJ, and we are here on a quest to watch every movie ever made so we can be invited to parties.
That's right.
Yes.
I hear it helps with vitality, too.
Oh, really?
Virality.
Variety?
Yeah.
That's
I think
cool.
that's like ability to have kids. I don't fucking know.
Oh,
Something I don't have to worry about.
that's true. I have a vasectomy when I was 12, so I'm good.
Terrific.
Yes.
Forward thinking.
Thank you.
Hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving. How was yours?
Mine was good. There was no yelling, so that's great.
That's good.
You know.
I immediately opened mine up with who'd we vote for? Went over well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it always does. Because politics is not about debating or saying who's right and who's wrong. It's about family.
And about being louder than the other person.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, we hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving. And, yeah, we're heading toward the end of 2022, which is wild to think.
Yeah.
But with a new year comes a new season.
And a new
Season 3.
Season 3 of It's Still New to Us, Damn It.
That's right.
Exactly.
It was a good try.
I think I'm going to try to get a theme song.
we could do that.
I think I can pay somebody on Fiverr to give us a theme song.
We
but-
can make one.
I don't think we can make one. We're
Sure
not
we
music
can.
talented. We can't do that.
You just parody something. We'll figure it out. Don't
I
you
don't
worry.
know.
Don't you worry. We'll think
I
of
feel like I
something.
should pay a guy on Fiverr. The first version he sends me, that's the one we're doing. No
Who?
matter how. On Fiverr.
Is that an app?
Yeah. That's how I got the cover art.
Oh,
Yeah.
they'll make songs?
Yeah, you just pay a person online and they'll
Oh.
just do whatever you want them to.
Wow,
Yeah.
this internet is fascinating.
I know, yeah.
Very, very
But I
good.
think though if we do it, I'm gonna find somebody, pay him to do it. And the first song, that's it. That's our theme song. No matter how bad or good it is or weird it is, that's it.
The rough draft is
The rough
final
draft, that's it.
All right, that's
the,
not
The
bad.
draft they sent me, that's gonna be our theme song.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Even if they do it completely wrong, that's gonna be our theme song.
Fuck it, I'm down.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Today is our little mini-sode where we recap Season 2 and rank our movies from that season, and then we preview our next batch of movies.
Yes. And hopefully this one's better than the ones we did before. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of forgot the movies we did.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because we took so long to do this season, because we just kept on forgetting to record.
There's some truth to that, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
I think, maybe when you pick period pieces and music biopics, you're kind of dooming yourself.
That's true.
I mean, nothing
Especially since
wrong
we-
with some of these movies, but,
Yeah.
maybe they weren't exactly in our wheelhouse. But that's okay. We're broadening our horizons.
Yes.
We're becoming more cultured than we were,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all that matters.
That is true.
Yeah, without further ado, I guess we can jump right into the rankings. How would you, I guess you kind of touched on it, but overall, would you rank this batch of movies better or worse than the first 6?
I would say worse. Because the first 6, I mean, they were interesting. I think they were way better movies. Because we
Clifford
did.
was there.
Clifford was there. That's true. Clifford was good, though. I would say I would watch Clifford more than, 3 of these movies.
That's fair, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's
Maybe 4.
I think it's kind of like these movies as a whole were probably more competent
Yeah.
as a whole than the first season,
Mm-hmm.
but the first season was definitely more memorable,
I would say so.
and that's where you have rewatchability, in my opinion.
That's true.
Something, a bad movie can be bad where I don't ever want to see this again, or bad where it's like, that was actually fun to watch. It was so bad.
Yeah. I would say, of all these movies, only one I would watch again.
I think we probably share that opinion,
Yeah.
too.
Definitely.
But we can go through right now
Uh-huh.
from 6 on, and we can share our opinions. Again, it's kind of 5 now because Michael messed up and watched the wrong movie that
Yes,
one
I
week.
messed up and watched the wrong
But
movie. Yeah.
that's okay. We forgive him. But without further ado, where would you put what was your bottom of your list?
Okay, bottom list. Number 6, that'd be England is Mine, because I didn't watch it. So that's...
Oh, okay. All
automatically.
right. That's funny. Mine was Last Days
Really?
because I didn't watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I have nothing to comment on about England or Last Days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same for England is Mine.
Interesting. All right. What'd you have at number 5?
Number 5 would be Last Days.
Number 5 for me would be England is Mine.
Yeah.
I feel like I can speak on Last Days and England is Mine when I say that these were bland movies
Yeah.
that really just don't have any rewatchability.
They don't. I would say, while we were talking about England is Mine and Last Days, I would say Last Days is probably the most artistic of the other one. Because at least I guess Gus Van Sant tried to be artistic in his ways of doing it, of trying to send a message of what real drug addiction is like, and that idolism is stupid, and things like that. So at least he tried to do that. At least what we think it is, or maybe we just want to perceive it as that. So that's
Right.
why the reason why he made the movie like that.
Well, both things can be true. It can be have some artistic integrity and still be not a lot of fun to watch.
That's true. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's true.
Okay, so what'd you have at number 4?
Number 4, I have Sense and Sensibility.
I have Sense and Sensibility as well.
Yeah, really well made movie, beautifully shot, of course. Acting's great, but it's boring. It's just we're just watching a movie. We're watching we actually went to an art museum when we went to Chicago,
Yeah.
and I would say that was more exciting to watch than the actual watch of Sense and Sensibility because I don't have to sit there for 2 hours while watching a painting. You know, I can sit there stand there for a minute, appreciate it, and then walk away. For Sense and Sensibility, I had to wait there for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Again, I'm lockstep with you on that one. It was a very well-made movie, but it's not one I'm going to return to.
yeah,
And there was no real intrigue in it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
No real hook.
yeah.
Okay, what'd you have at number 3?
The English Patient.
All right.
Yeah.
I had Dangerous Liaisons.
Ah.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead, though.
Okay, so I have Dangerous Liaisons number 2. I found English Patient was good. You know, it wasn't as bad as Seinfeld has told me about it, or any other movie list that ranks the worst Academy Award winner as the best picture of all time. You know, it was good. I didn't really like the main relationship of Christine Scott Thomas's character and Ralph Fiennes' character. I didn't like that. I don't know, I feel like some lines were super cheesy, and I didn't like that at all. So
Sure. I mean, it's understandable.
yeah,
I think, I had English Patient at number 2, but to be honest with you, it just barely edged out Dangerous Liaisons. I actually enjoyed both of them a lot. I'll probably never return to them. But to me, they both had intrigue. They both had great action, great direction, great mise en scène. Yeah, it was kind of a toss-up between those two. I did like the political intrigue from Dangerous Liaisons a lot. It was fun watching Glenn Close and John Malkovich be, these
terrible to each other. Yeah,
terrible to each other and
And to
frankly
other
the people
people.
around
Yeah,
them.
definitely.
I don't know. I guess English Patient just, again, I think I went in with the Seinfeld expectations and, it actually hooked me and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think Dangerous Liaison had the hook that Sense and Sensibility was missing. You know,
Yeah,
because it had the
absolutely.
drama and the sexiness and everything else. But also, that movie is also well acted and well shot. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
But of course, once again, since Dangerous Liaison is not a Jane Austen novel, and Jane Austen is from a different period, of course, so was Dangerous Liaison, but Jane Austen was English, who were more, I want to say, less sexy, but maybe more prudish than the French were.
Sure.
Maybe, yeah.
More,
I'm saying that correctly. Protestant,
yeah.
I'd say.
Sure.
More Protestant than the French are,
Sure, that works.
definitely. In the way they write romantic tales and novels and stuff like that.
Right,
and plays.
the sensibilities of the time
Yeah.
might have been different.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then I would say far and away number 1, I think we agree, far and away, in my opinion, would be Love and Mercy.
Yeah, Love and Mercy was
Which
the
is
best. out of
also,
them.
interestingly, not a Jane Austen novel.
No, it's not.
It was based on the life and times of Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys.
Mm-hmm.
This is a movie, and the only movie of these 6 that I will return to, I think. I would rank this among my favorite music biopics. I thought it was very well acted. I loved the 2 concurrent storylines, to be honest with you. I thought it actually worked really well. John Cusack is a national treasure, and Paul Dano is a great actor.
Yeah, I would agree with mostly everything you say there. You know, it was greatly acted, greatly written. I mean, we felt more emotions for both characters when Paul Dano was playing young Brian Wilson and started losing his mind, and then we see the aftermath of John Cusack and then trying to regain his life.
Right. And it tells so little about the whole Beach Boys story. And I
Yeah.
think that's actually its biggest strength. It doesn't fall into that walk hard trap.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with most music biopics, like Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, they tell you the whole story, but even though, it does, some films do that well, Buddy Holly story, Rocket Man, I really like that much, especially since
Rocket Man
that
was
adds a
good.
new element of musical to it, so that's
was
something
good.
else to it. Yeah, but I feel like if you stick to a certain point in time during an artist's career, that's like the best way to do a music biopic. Because like when we watched I don't know, you watched England Is Mine. That's the beginning of Morrissey, beginning of the Smiths, and we weren't really interested in that. We don't really want to hear like it's like new Star Wars, right? We don't care how Han Solo got his name, or we don't care how like they got their plans for the Death Star, right?
Right.
We just care about the main story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if England's Mine was the story about the Smiths, that would have been interesting. We would like that more. And if Last Days, I don't know, Last Days could have worked, towards the period of Kurt Cobain's last days in his life, but maybe we want to see how that happened, or like how it really maybe I don't know really how to fix the film, because I think the film did what it was supposed to do.
Then it doesn't need fixing.
Yeah.
At this point, it just comes down to personal preference.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Again, that's another one that doesn't fall into that walk hard trap.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed Love and Mercy, though. I thought that them focusing on the Pet Sounds studio time, and then the emancipation from his doctor.
Yeah.
Those were two really vital times in Brian Wilson's life.
Yeah.
It was a great time to focus on his story without martyrizing him or.
Yeah, it really shows him being a real human.
Right. They don't vilify him.
Yeah.
Or make him out to be some angel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Highly recommend that one.
Yeah. Maybe the problem I had with Last Days, because they didn't really humanize Kurt Cobain. It was basically, he wasn't really being human. Which that could also be another thing about drug addiction. It basically you just become less human. You become a walking person that goes through on in life until you die.
Yeah.
So that could be it also. But yeah. But I feel like I felt more of a human connection with Brian Wilson while watching the movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So that was season 2. Definitely not the best season. Hopefully this one's better. Hopefully we like these movies more. So
well, hopefully we made it enjoyable.
Yeah, hopefully we did.
And if we didn't, get your own podcast.
Yeah, get your own podcast, okay? Or listen to the other better ones, like Blink Check.
Yeah, there's tons of them.
Rewatchables, or I Haven't Seen This, which is not our podcast, but there's another podcast that's out there that we did not check that had the same name. But
go check one of them out.
Yeah, go check one of them out, yeah.
I don't know what you're doing listening to this.
Yeah. They're successful, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Okay, so let's go on to the new batch of films, shall we?
Sounds good.
Let's go. Okay, so you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. And I picked a trio of movies from a director I've always flirted with. I've seen a handful of movies, but never the full bunch. I have seen Eraserhead and Mulholland Drive.
Yeah.
And actually, that's probably it. But I chose 3 David Lynch movies that I'm excited to dive into. I have, first, from 1980, The Elephant Man, which stars Anthony Hopkins of Silence of the Lambs and Transformers: The Last Night, John Hurt, Midnight Express, and Mr. Forbush and the Penguins, and Anne Bancroft from To Be or Not to Be, and Demetrius and the Gladiators. Synopsis for this one: a heavily disfigured man proves to society that he is, in fact, not an animal, but a man. Okay? My second one is Dune from 1980, starring Francesca Annis from Wives and Daughters and Crawl, Leonardo Cimino, I think that's how you'd say it, from The Monster Squad and Hudson Hawk.
Monster Squad's awesome.
That is an awesome movie.
Yeah.
Brad Dourif, The Exorcist 3, and Child's Play 3. And the synopsis of this one, of course, it's based on the famous novel by...
Wait, isn't like Sting in that movie? And also...
There's a huge cast. I just listed the first 3 that were on Wikipedia.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's a lot of people. Kyle MacLachlan's film debut is in that movie.
Yeah, he's the lead in that. Sting's in it. I think more other people. Oh, yeah, Patrick Stewart's in it.
Oh, terrific.
Yeah.
I'm not aware. I know nothing about it. I've owned the Dune books for over a year
I
now.
watched like the first maybe 15 minutes of it, then I stopped watching.
The old one or the new one?
Old one.
Oh, okay, but you have not seen its entirety.
No, I've not.
All right, good. I haven't seen the new one. I read the first chapter of the first book, but that's it.
Yeah.
I plan to get to it one day.
One day could be today. I could force you to read the whole entire book for the podcast.
Man. They say it's very hard to get into because it's so lore heavy.
Yeah.
Which is normally fine. I don't typically seek out, like, fantasy's never been my thing.
Yeah.
I always thought it was like, because of its legend, I always thought it was just science fiction, which I'm a big science fiction guy. when you mix fantasy into it, I kind of loses me. I'm Star Wars, like, for the most part is fine, but some of it I don't care about.
Yeah.
Things like Lord of the Rings I never really cared about. I don't know. Game of
Yeah.
Thrones I only liked because of the political intrigue. Anyway, Dune is based on the book by Frank Herbert about two powerful royal families fighting over a desert planet amidst a sci-fi fantasy backdrop. Simple as that. We'll leave it there. And then finally, because you screwed me and saw Blue Velvet, I have Wild at Heart from 1990, starring Nicolas Cage, famous for Leaving Las Vegas and Ghost Rider 2: Spirit of Vengeance.
Awesome.
Laura Dern, Jurassic Park, and Dr. T and the Women.
That's a Robert Altman film. That's
Oh, is
insane.
it?
Yeah.
I didn't
It's
know that.
really weird. I've seen it. It's about Richard Gere's a gynecologist, and it's like a romantic comedy. And then all of a sudden, the very film, like a twister happens, and he's out in like a desert, and that's the end of the movie.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
It was really weird.
All right, sounds like it.
Yeah.
Also stars Willem Dafoe of Spider-Man 3 and Mississippi Burning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And synopsis for that, two young lovers, Lula and Sailor, hit the road to evade a series of assassins hired by Lula's mother. Simple as that.
Yeah.
So those are my three.
Cannot wait to see more Willem Dafoe. I feel like we got a lot of Willem Dafoe in these podcasts.
Willem Dafoe rocks.
Yeah. He's
Big
amazing.
fan, yeah.
Maybe we should change it to the Willem Dafoe Award instead of the Red Buttons MVP.
We can consider it.
We can consider it, yeah.
Yeah.
Because truthfully, we only seen one Red Buttons MVP, and that was for the old podcast that we messed up on. So,
Did we not ever release They Shoot Horses Don't?
no, we did. We released all of them, and then we didn't record for 6 months, and then we decided to change everything after we found out those podcasts called. Yeah.
That's right.
After we found out Scott Ackerman has a podcast called Scott Hasn't Seen It, and so then we changed the name to It Still Did Us, Damn It.
That's right.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm ignoring like every advice on the podcast book I got from the McElroy brothers, so this is not
About giving other people like
yeah, like how do you do a podcast? They actually wrote a book like how do you start a podcast. I did not read it all the way.
That's okay.
I was like all the advice they're giving me, I'm ignoring it. I'm
Fuck
just
'em.
going, yeah,
That's fine. Who
Hey, don't
cares?
fuck the McElroy brothers. They're awesome. How dare you?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, apologize to all of them.
Hey, you're saying fuck them too by not listening to their advice.
Okay, I am, but because I'm just lazy.
No, you're out here hawking other people's goods.
That's true.
We should be like, hey, donate to our Patreon.
We don't have a Patreon
We don't have a Patreon.
because we don't. We want what awards we're gonna give. We don't have any.
I agree.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's exciting, Tease. I cannot wait. I actually want to watch what was the second John Hurt movie you told me? You said like it was the first one was
Elephant Man.
okay, Elephant Man. Like what?
Oh,
His
Mr.
credits.
Mr. Forbush and the Penguins.
I actually want to see Mr. Forbush and the Penguins.
I have no idea what it's about, but it sounded like a fun movie.
Yeah, sounds good.
Fun movie.
Okay, so for my movies, I had to decide because I was like, should I torture TJ or not torture TJ? So I thought really bad '90s kid movies. We were gonna watch Pippi Longstocking. I had to decide between the live action and the animated one, but I decided not to do that. Then I decided, what if I make you watch like the worst movie, not the worst movies of it, like really bad movie, really gruesome movies that are terrible, like Shallow, 100 Days of Sodom. What was the other one I made you want to watch? I forget, but yeah.
A Serbian film.
So not those, but yeah, kind of like that.
Great.
I thought, nah, I won't do that. I'll do that later. I thought
It is the holiday season.
It's holiday seasons, you know. Decided not to make you watch movies where people rape each other and do
That's
bad things to
great.
each
I
other.
appreciate that.
You're welcome. Then I decided anime movies. Like, yeah, I have some anime movies we can watch. But then I decided, wait a minute, Michael. You love watching movies by decades. So what movie decades have we not done? Which are a lot of them. So I took a wheel every year, every decade that cinema has been around. I believe 1920s to now. And I spun it, and we chose the 2010s.
Terrific.
So we're going to watch the best movie of the 2010s, the most movie of the 2010s, and then the worst movie of the 2010s.
Based on what?
Based on basic criteria of everybody, like, the best movie of the 2010s, that's subjective. You can't really decide that. So is every other movie. Like, the best, the worst, the man. So I looked online, saw, like, best 10 list of 2010s, you know, and I chose the movies that had, like, the most mentions of them.
Okay.
And so the movie I found is called Moonlight. Moonlight, released in 2016, directed by Barry Jenkins, which he has not directed a lot, but a lot of it has not been bad. He directed If Beale Street Could Talk and The Underground Railroad, the Amazon series, which it really did not get a lot of attention, but has been critically acclaimed. Like, it's one of those things that Amazon has plopped on. It's like, oh, here's the Underground Railroad by a man who won the Academy Award for Best Picture.
But then they'll promote the Ring of Power show.
Yeah.
Like all Lord of the Rings fans are gonna flock to see that show.
Yeah.
Maybe promote this other one. It sounds
Yeah.
like it's good.
I mean, it's like amazing.
Whatever.
Yeah. He also wrote it, so he's an auteur.
Oh, auteur.
Barry Jenkins.
Very cool.
Starring Trevante Rhodes, Bird Box, and the 2008 version of The Predator. 2018 version of The Predator, called The Predator.
Okay, yeah.
Andre Holland, Soma, and Miracle at St. Anna, Spike Lee joint.
Nice.
Janelle Monáe, Hidden Figures, Welcome to Marwin, the Robert Zemeckis doll movie.
Oh boy.
Yeah. We gotta do more Robert Zemeckis films. That's what maybe we should do next. Cause
Not bad, actually, yeah.
Because, like, he is, like, the most famous, like, one of the most famous, like, commercial directors of all time. Like, he directed Back to the Future, a lot of other hits. Let's see, he did, he did Castaway, he did Forrest Gump, he did all those films. But also, he decided to go into, like, 3D imagery and, like, really play with, like, Christmas Carol and the Polar Express, all those creepy 3D images.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that would be interesting. But for right now, we're focused on this. Aston Saunders, Judas and the Black Messiah, which is excellent.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing. And Captive State, a movie I've not heard of. Sorry if I pronounced this wrong. Jahal Jerome, Jharrel, Jerome. Also, in a lot of great films. Sheila and the Spade, which I've seen some of, which is actually really good on Amazon. And the Ava DuVernay, I believe. What did she direct? I forgot what she directed, but she directed a whole bunch of stuff. Directed a TV miniseries called When They See Us.
Okay,
it's really good. Naomi Harris, Skyfall. She plays the new Mrs. Pennyworth. What's her name? The secretary of the
Moneypenny.
Miss Moneypenny. She plays the new Miss Moneypenny in all the Skyfall, in all the James Bond films.
Yeah, she's good.
And Rampage.
Oh,
ooh, yeah.
Cool.
And, of course, sorry if I pronounced his name wrong again, Mahershala Ali, Mahershala, known from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Eternals.
And Season 3 of True Detective.
That's true, yes. Okay, so the plot of Moonlight is a young African-American man grapples with his identity and sexuality while experiencing the everyday struggles of childhood, adolescence, and burgeoning adulthood.
Terrific.
So this is exciting because, like, Moonlight won the Best Picture. Of course, it's famous for having that one screw-up that happened where they thought La La Land won.
That's right.
And then they said, oh, no, Moonlight won.
Who was that?
That was
Warren Beatty?
Warren Beatty.
Wow,
Star himself.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's right, yeah.
Yeah. So this is actually really exciting. I own it, so now I get a chance to watch it, and hopefully it lives up to the hype, man. So,
sure,
yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah, because this has been on mostly every top 10 list I saw. It wasn't number one, but some of it was number one, some of it was in the top 10. So it's exciting.
Right on, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so the second film is not the most meh film. So decide this one. This one's hard. This one's hard to figure out because how do you decide the most meh films of the 2010s? Luckily, Vulture decided to rank every movie in the 2010s, all 5,279 of them. Now, unfortunately, the most meh movie of the 2010s was called Draft Day. But unfortunately, TJ has already saw it, so we cannot watch it.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Fortunately, that has Griffin Newman of Blink Check on it. So that stinks. But we decided to do another one because 5,279 divided by 2 is 2,639.5. So we round up. So the second most meh movie of all time is Mapplethorpe. In 2018, directed by Ondi Timnor. Sorry if I can't pronounce her name right. Onditimoner. She produced Dig, the documentary about the Dandy Warhols and the Brian Jones Towns Massacre. Yeah, I heard that's really great. And also she directed Brand, A Second Coming, a movie about Russell Brand.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of like a big deal.
In Britain, he's huge, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Written by Miko Alani. Once again, never heard of him either. Only wrote a few films. before The Animal People and The 33. Don't really know how good those are. And also Andy Timona. Starring, the main star right now is Matt Smith, as you know from Doctor Who and Morbius. The classic Morbius.
That's right.
And this film chronicles the career of photographer Robert Mapplethorpe from his rise to fame in the 70s to his death in 1989 at the age of 42.
I can't wait till he says it's Thorpen time.
It's Morbin time. Do they actually say it's Morbin time?
No.
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 I know he actually saw an interview with him. He asked that question. Like, do they say it's Morbin time?
My favorite meme though from the whole Morbin time era
Yeah.
was when Sony actually re-released the movie after all the memes went viral, thinking that they could capitalize on something, and no one showed up.
Yeah, no.
And someone tweeted, "All right, Sony, sorry about that. We were all busy that weekend. Just release it one more time, and we'll go see it." That was good.
That's good. Okay. Now it is time for the worst movie of the 2010s. Now this one had like a lot of competitors. I think it was like Jack and Jill. It was a lot of Adam Sandler films. A lot of Adam Sandler films. But I decided that's maybe too easy, and also I don't want to put myself through that at all.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch Jack and Jill or like any of those movies.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't want to watch Cats. You know, it's gonna be bad. So I decided to choose a film that I've heard of, but I never really watched. It's called United Passions. It's considered one of the worst movies ever made, especially in 2010s. Has a 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
Yes. It's directed by Frédéric Arbontin. He didn't really direct much. Like, he's mostly known for, like, maybe plays or directed small parts in movies and stuff like that. Short films. So I didn't get much on him. Written by Frédéric Arbontin and Jean-Paul Defino.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's an auteur.
Auteur.
But unfortunately, he made this movie.
Damn.
So this is some really famous stars, though. Starring Gerard Depardieu, who's a very famous French actor, Saint de Bergerac, and also in a movie called Bogus, where he plays an imaginary friend of a child whose parent is Whoopi Goldberg.
Wow.
Yeah. Sam Neill, Jurassic Park, and Jurassic World Dominions. And Tim Roth of Reservoir Dogs and Planet of the Apes. 2001 version.
Yes. Yes, who could forget?
I still love how Kevin Smith says, you stole my idea.
As a joke, and then Tim Burton was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Tim Burton came out swinging.
Yeah.
That is a great story, though.
So the plot follows the passing of the FIFA baton through 3 association presidents.
That's that movie?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I know all about this movie.
Yeah.
I've not seen So it's him playing Sepp Blatter. Tim Roth is Sepp Blatter, isn't he?
So Jules Met, Jahu Havelang, and Sepp Blatter.
Oh, my God. Now, I don't know. I'm not a FIFA historian here.
Yeah.
But I know that Sepp Blatter was a super corrupt piece of shit.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that he's kind of the reason that the World Cup that's going on right now is in Qatar.
Yeah, it's in Qatar.
And like FIFA for years apparently has had the reputation of going to these, countries, kind of bankrupting them to make these stadiums.
Yeah, like in China.
Right, they get this little surge of, in the economy from the World Cup, and then after that it's
Beijing,
a giant
Brazil, and then they all just leave. Yeah.
Right, yeah, and then just left to rot basically. And I know about this movie, I think, from maybe John Oliver. In fact, while we're plugging other people, go watch John Oliver last week tonight.
Yes.
But he did a whole story about FIFA back when the FBI, of all people, busted Sepp Blatter. And they released this movie to totally whitewash their history and make it look like
they're heroes.
Right. Right. Oh, I can't wait to watch this.
Yeah, this is
I cannot wait to watch it. What's it called again?
United Passions.
United Passions. Oh my God, what a propaganda piece.
I know. That's why I chose it, because that's like the one that's mostly not known.
Good call.
Yeah, so I am actually excited about that, because we could have watched like a lot of other movies, but I'm like, no. We could have watched like movie 43, the Emoji Movie, stuff like that, Avatar: The Last Airbender, but those are like the most famous bad movies. I'm talking about like United Passions, like people have heard of it, maybe people have probably forgotten about it. They're like, oh, whatever. But this is like, I don't know if this is going to be like a funny bad movie or it's going to be just like a bad movie, but I have no idea what it's going to be like. So that's why I chose
here for it either way.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited about these movies. I'm excited about the Mapplethorpe movie now than I was even the Draft Day movie, because after reading a book about the rise of punk music and how it started and everything, and he's in it.
Nice.
So I'm excited to do that because we're gonna get like Patti Smith. We're gonna get all the poets that
Yeah.
then back then. We may get some Lou Reed. I'm not sure, but let's see what happens.
Terrific. All right.
Yeah. All right.
So-
Let us spin the wheel and see what it is. Here
See what
we
episode 1 of season 3 will bring us.
go.
Oh, baby.
Doom, baby.
Oh, baby. I was so excited for
Get
this
ready for weird special effects and
I
confusing plots.
I love weird special effects and confusing plots. So let's
Yeah,
do it.
Let's do it.
Terrific.
So that's our next film. Hope you guys enjoyed this season. If you didn't,
Again, there's 20 other podcasts.
20.
you can
There's
go
like a
listen
million
to.
other podcasts with two white guys talking about movies. You can listen to any one of them.
Right.
They probably have two microphones recording instead of the one we got.
And they'll probably have ads playing.
Yeah.
So fuck yourself.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. We love you.
Yeah. We don't have ads.
No ads.
No ads. Okay. Anyway, I'm Mo, and I lied. I was the one who actually dropped those turkeys from the helicopter.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And I'm TJ, and I need a new car after my windshield was shattered, and my chassis was shattered by a falling turkey from a helicopter.
Yeah. All right. See ya. Hope you guys like spice. Bye.
Adios.
Let's have Robert Mitchum play us out. If you like this podcast, please like, subscribe, and rate us. If you don't like this podcast, then get out of here. Get. You can follow us on Twitter, on Facebook at It's Too New to Us, and Twitter, _Dammit. Thank you for listening. Please enjoy next time.